I'm going to tell you a ghost story today. It's called The Ghost of Mable Gable. Now, once there was a family. There was a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, and a baby sister. And they lived in the city. They wanted to move out to the country so that they would have a big yard that the kids could play in. Well, they went searching town after town. It had to be a town surrounding the city so that they would be able to get to their jobs. But on the outskirts of the city, well, they ride through this one town one Sunday, and they ride down this cute little street that's lined with the sidewalk, and behind the sidewalk are these beautiful maple trees with those big red and yellow leaves in the fall. Well, there are people who are pushing their babies in strollers. There are people jogging down the sidewalk. There are kids playing in the yard. They're playing soccer, playing kickball. There are kids who are shooting baskets. And it looks like a perfect neighborhood. Well, they see a house that has a for sale sign at it. Well, they pull into the driveway, and it is an absolutely gorgeous house with this wraparound front porch. The porch goes all the way around both sides of the house. Well, the porch is a big wide porch, one that the kids could skateboard on. They could roller skate. They could the baby could ride her tricycle on it and wouldn't bother anybody and wouldn't even get hurt. Well, it is a perfect house. So they call the realtor and ask, will you show us around on the inside? Well, we'd love to have a tour. Well, the realtor shows up about 30 minutes later and shows them the inside of the house. Well, the things that they love about the house, there's a stone fireplace in the living room, and it looks like it would be so warm and cozy on a winter night. And upstairs, there's a bedroom for everybody. There's a bedroom for each of the kids, and there's an extra room at the very end of the hallway that they can make into a playroom. So they are so super excited about that. Well, they go back out onto the front porch, and the realtor says, well, I'm going to let you guys discuss it, and I'm going to go sit in my car. You let me know when you're ready. Well, they talk about it as a family, and they decide that they love this house. This is the house for them. Well, they go and they knock on the window of the realtor's car, and he rolls the window down, and they said, we'd like to make an offer. We'd like to make an offer of how much we're willing to spend on the house. Well, the realtor says, okay, well, I'll take that offer to the sellers, and we'll see if they're willing to take it. I'll be in touch. Well, he drives off. Well, the family's standing there, and they're just admiring the house. Well, there's a lady who's next door, and she's cutting roses, and she's sticking them into a vase. And she says, are you thinking about moving into the house? And they said, yeah, we are. We love it. Well, welcome to the neighborhood. It is a lovely neighborhood. But I feel in my heart it wouldn't be the right thing to do if I didn't give you a warning about the house. The house is haunted. It's haunted. That's why they haven't been able to sell it. You hear strange noises coming from there at night. I just feel like I need to tell you, since you look like a lovely family. Well, Dad, he says, well, we don't believe in ghosts. It's probably not haunted. It's probably just a raccoon or maybe some bats have got up in the attic. We'll get an exterminator first thing out here to get them, catch them, and go release them into the woods. Okay, well, I hope you get the house then. It was very nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Well, they get back in their cars and they drive back to town. Well, back into their city. Well, a couple of days later, the realtor gives them a call and says the seller was willing to take that offer. They're ready to move in whenever they're ready. Well, finally the move-in day comes, and they pack up all their stuff into the van and their truck, and the truck pulls in, and the movers unload everything, get everything set up. Well, that night, it's a chilly night. So it's a fall night. That's one of those chilly nights. They decide they want to start a fire in the fireplace. So they do. Well, they're sitting around, and Dad, he's sitting with Sister, and they're reading a book. He's listening to her read. And Mama, she's got the baby sitting on her lap, and she's reading to her. And brother, he's sitting in a chair and got his legs all draped over the arm of the chair and using the other arm for his head. So he's all curled up in that chair reading. Well, that's when they hear this noise upstairs. Clack, clack, clack. What is that noise? It's nothing. It's probably I just left the shutters open, that's all. The shutters and the wind's blowing it. I'll go up and I'll check. Well, Dad, he starts up those steps one by one, and they creak and they moan as he walks up each one to the very top. Well, when he gets to the top, he looks down the hallway. There, at the end of the hallway, there's a light shining underneath the door of the kids' playroom. I thought I turned that light off. Pretty sure I did. The more he's looking down the hallway of that door, he starts to see this light, and it's moving back and forth underneath the door. Well, he walks slowly as he can down the hallway, and when he gets to the room, he reaches for the doorknob and he turns it, and it creaks as he opens it. And there, in the middle of the floor, was a ghost. And the ghost said, "I'm the ghost of Mable Gable. Put your money on the table." And Dad screamed, "Ah!" and ran out the door and down the stairs and out the door. What? Mom said, "Dad, what are you doing? That's not funny. That's not very funny to scare the kids like that. I'm not coming back in there." Well, you're trying to scare the kids and it's not funny our first night in the house. Kids, I'll go up and check it out. It's probably nothing. Well, Mom goes up those steps and they creak and they moan as she goes up to the very top. Well, when she gets to the top, she looks down the hallway, and Dad left the door partway open, and she looks and she can see a light moving back and forth by the door. Well, she walks ever so slowly down the hallway, and she reaches for the door that Dad left cracked, and she pushes it open, and there in the middle of the floor was a ghost, and the ghost said, "I'm the ghost of Mable Gable. Put your money on the table." And Mom screamed, "Ah!" and ran out the door, down the steps, out the front door. Brother said, "Mom, Dad, what are you doing?" "We're not coming back in there. Y'all come out here right now." Mom, Dad, seriously? You're trying to scare a couple of kids and a baby? That's not very funny. That's pretty lame, Mom and Dad. Tells his sisters, "You guys just stay here. I'll go check it out and see what it is. It's nothing." Well, Brother starts up those steps one by one, and they creak and they moan as he walks up each one to the very top. Well, when he gets to the top, he sees at the end of the hallway, he can see where Dad and Mom had left the door open just a little bit. He could see a light, and it was moving back and forth by the door. Well, he walked ever so slowly down that hallway. And when he gets to the end, he pushes it the rest of the way open. And there, in the middle of the floor, was a ghost. And the ghost said, "I'm the ghost of Mable Gable. Put your money on the table." And brother screams, "Ah!" and runs out the door, down the steps, out the front door. And sister, she said, "You too, brother? Y'all aren't funny at all. I'm not scared of nothing. I'm going to go up there and see what it is. Baby, you just wait right here." Well, sister, she starts up those steps, one by one, and they creak and they moan, each one as she gets to the very top. And there she looks at the end of the hallway. There's the door. It's standing open. The hallway's pitch black, but just at the end of the hallway, she can see that light moving back and forth, back and forth. Well, she walks ever so slowly down that hallway, and the door's almost completely open. But she goes ahead, and it creaks as she pushes it the rest of the way open. And there, in the middle of the floor, was a ghost. And the ghost said, "I'm the ghost of Mable Gable. Put your money on the table." And sister screams, "Ah!" and runs out the door and down the steps, out the front door. And that leaves baby. And baby, she's just sitting there, and she's sucking on her thumb. Sucking on her thumb, and she slides off the couch. And she waddles over to the steps, and she crawls up each step, one by one. And when she gets to the top, she looks down the hallway, and she sees at the end of the hallway, the door is standing wide open, and there's a light moving back and forth by that door. So the baby waddles down the hallway, and when she gets down to the end of the hallway, there she sees a ghost. And the ghost said, "I'm the ghost of Mable Gable. Put your money on the table." And the baby says, "Oh yeah? Well, I'm the ghost of Peter Piper. Put your money in my diaper." And that ghost went, "Pee-you!" and left town and was never heard from again. And that's the ghost of Mable Gable.